viewers, my name is Edwina Yahaya, a contestant in this year's Miss Ghana pageantry. Today, I'll be talking to you about a woman behind a global movement. I'll be talking to you about no other person than my #1 role model, Professor Wangari Maathai, behind the Green Belt movement in Nairobi, Kenya. The Green Belt movement became internationally recognized when the founder, Professor Wangari Maathai, received the Nobel Peace Prize Award in 2004. The Nobel Peace Prize Award is the highest form of award given to people who have done the best work or the most identified or recognized work between fraternities of nations, abolition of standing armies, and the promotion of peace congresses.
Professor Wangari Maathai was born on April 1st, 1940, from the Kikuyu ethnic group in Kenya. She grew up in rural Kenya and easily developed love for nature. She attended Catholic schools in Kenya and eventually gained scholarships to study in the United States. By 1966, she had earned a BSc and MSc in biology in the Universities of Benedictine College and the University of Pittsburgh, respectively. She had earned a PhD in veterinary anatomy, making her the first female professor in Kenya. Whilst in the United States, she observed growing environmental movement and experienced the struggle for civil and women's rights.
These experiences reinforced and decisively shaped her assertive nature towards the future focus on gender equity, social justice, and environmental health.
Professor Wangari Maathai was a humanitarian who fought the vicious cycle of environmental degradation and poverty.
She started by establishing the Green Belt movement, where she paid the rural women and poor women few shillings to plant trees, since they had reported and complained bitterly of hunger, absence of water, and the struggle to walk long distances to fetch firewood.
The Green Belt movement became recognized in 1977 as its establishment year as an indigenous and a grassroots non-governmental organization based in Nairobi, Kenya, that takes a holistic approach to development by focusing on their conservation, community development, and capacity building. Professor Wangari Maathai founded this movement under the auspices of the National Council of Women of Kenya, the NCWK, to respond to the needs of rural Kenyan women, as I said earlier, who reported that their food supply was less, their streams were drying up, and they had to walk long distance to get firewood for fuel and fencing. The Belt movement encouraged women to work together to grow seedlings and plant trees to bind the soil, store rainwater, provide food and firewood, and they received a small monetary token for their work. Professor Wangari Maathai saw that behind the everyday hardships of the poor, environmental degradation, deforestation, food insecurity were deeper issues of disempowerment, disenfranchisement, and a loss of the traditional values that had previously enabled communities to protect their environment, work together for mutual benefits, and to do both selflessly and honestly.
The Green Belt movement instituted seminars in civic environmental education to encourage individuals to examine why they lacked agencies to change their political, social, and environmental circumstances. To date, the Green Belt movement has planted over 45 million trees across Kenya to combat deforestation, stop soil erosion, and also generate income for all women in their families. They also restored ecosystems and promoted sustainable livelihoods. Professor Wangari Maathai kept telling the people one message, and that was, you don't need a degree to plant a tree. With that in mind, she had worked hard and achieved several awards. She had won awards across the country, Kenya, and the world internationally.
Professor Wangari Maathai had been awarded over 51 international awards from the periods of 1983 to 2010. Among these several awards was the award for the 2010 Earth Hall of Fame, the 2009 Geotourism Challenge Award, the Dignitas Humana Award, the New York Women's Foundation Award, the Award for Hunger Project African Prize Leadership, and the Award for Women of the World, and the Rights Livelihood Award. She had several awards.
She also got the ultimate award, which was the Nobel Peace Prize Award in 2004, making her the first female African to have gotten that award. Professor Wangari Maathai had 3 children, but unfortunately, she died of ovarian cancer in September 25th, 2011. Wonderful viewers, I hope you have heard it all. The strong Professor Wangari Maathai, behind a strong movement, the Green Belt movement, had a message which she said across the world. Very simple, but very deep and unique. And that is, you don't need a degree to plant a tree. Thank you.